Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my subscribers. This is where we talk about investing, specifically about investing in assets. This is Bald Guy Money. I'm Bald Guy. Let's talk money. So today I want to talk about silver and why I think silver is massively undervalued, why it's undervalued, and what price targets I'm looking for in the next 12 months to 5 years. As always, please just remember, none of this is financial advice. You have to make your own investment decisions. And if you like what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my content. So, I am saying to you right now that from where I'm looking, silver is massively undervalued. How much do you ask? It could be as much as 50% as it stands right now. You want proof? Well, here it is. I'm coming in hard in today's video. As of today, July 20th, 2021, the spot price of silver, last I checked, was $25.22. What is spot price, you ask? This is the definition of spot price. It is the current price that silver can be bought or sold for immediate delivery anywhere in the world. So if the spot price of silver today is $25.22, in theory, I should be able to buy silver for delivery anywhere in the world for that price, plus a small provision for the dealer, which for silver is usually around 5 to 15%, meaning I should be able to buy silver for about $26.48 per ounce, all the way up to about $29. So let's pull up the first graphic. Here is the official spot price of silver in the upper left-hand corner, I've put it, and I have taken some screenshots from major bullion dealer websites benchmarking versus common government-issued silver bullion coins. As you can see, the prices are much higher than we would expect them to be, ranging from the lowest I could find at $35.53 per 1 ounce coin at Money Metals, all the way up to $40.43 for a silver eagle from Gold Avenue. In fact, I checked a total of 16 major dealer websites and found that the average price of a government-issued silver bullion coin was $38.02, a full 51% above the spot price. So if you're wondering where I got that 50% number, there it is. Now, those of you who are more familiar with the silver market may be saying, but bullion coins like eagles and maple leafs always command a higher premium. And that's true. What you should do is, maybe some of you are saying, is benchmark versus bars, specifically 1 kilogram bars. They are always very close to spot price. And that's true. 5 years ago, I would never have paid more than 5% over spot for a 1 kilogram bar of silver. So I repeated the same methodology that I used for silver coins, and I repeated it for 1 kilogram silver bars. And here are the results. As you can see in this graphic, the 1 kilogram bars are also quite far from spot. Even the second position, which was the absolute cheapest I could find at $29.46 per troy ounce, is a whopping 17% above spot. And this is for bars from private unknown to me mints, which should be usually cheaper as they are a bit harder to sell. And when compared to the average, the spot price for a 1 kilogram bar of silver is a whopping 24% above the spot price on average. And that leads me to my first price calculation, what I think the actual spot price of silver is. And here you can see it. The historic price above spot is shown on the left side, so 5% on bars and 15% on coins. The actual price average that I was able to find online is then shown. And then I am showing in the third column what the actual price without that provision, so the 5% or 15% spot price provision would be. Which leads me to say that the actual spot price of silver is $29.86 based on the price that bars are going for today, as they are historically closer to the spot price of silver. So I'm kind of sandbagging a little bit, and I'll tell you more on why I'm not basing the price on the 1 ounce bullion coin so much in a bit. So the way I see it right now is silver is currently undervalued by about 16%, but that's only as of today. There is a lot more price action coming on silver, so keep watching. We're going to get to my 12-month and 5-year predictions very soon. First, I just want to explain why things are the way they are, at least from my point of view. So, why do I think the price of silver is so low, and how did I come to that conclusion? Well, the JP Morgan Bank has long been a participant in the precious metals market, and if you go back to just last year, they settled a lawsuit for $920 million that accused them of spoofing the silver market, an accusation that JP Morgan denies. Let's be clear on that. So, what is spoofing, you ask? That's simple. Spoofing is the act of creating fake buying or selling orders in large amounts to create the illusion that the price of something is going to go up or go down. In the case of what JP Morgan was accused of doing, and still accused of participating in by many people, is that they created and are still creating fake offers to sell silver, which create the illusion of a decrease in demand, thus reducing the price of silver. Here's an illustration of that for many of you who took Economics 100 in university that you may be familiar with. This is where JP Morgan was trying to push the demand in the demand curve in order to artificially keep the price of silver low. Now, I just want to be clear on this. JP Morgan denies doing this, and whether they are guilty or not, it doesn't change the fact that there are new regulations being introduced called Basel III, as they were devised in Basel, Switzerland, which I believe confirm my thoughts on how the price of silver has been kept low, and will make it difficult, if not impossible, for banks to artificially keep the price of silver low in the future. So, now that we know new laws are coming to prevent banks from keeping the price of silver artificially low, where do I think the price of silver will go in the next 12 months and 5 years? What I am about to show you represents many hours of painstaking research and calculations, and the numbers I am about to show you unequivocally prove we are primed for a massive increase in the demand of silver over the next 5 years for the following reasons. New Basel III banking requirements will force banks to hold more physical silver. Retail investors are holding more silver as a hedge against inflation. Thirdly, increasing needs of industrial firms that need silver in their production processes. Keeping all of this in mind, this is the model I have built to illustrate the demand of silver in millions of ounces for 2022 and all the way out to 2026, upon which I built my pricing predictions. As you can see, on the far left, you have the demand for silver broken down by category. So you have the industrial use of silver, photographic use of silver, silver used for jewelry, silver used in silverware, and silver used for investment purposes. You have in the second column the 2012 demand in millions of ounces, which total 1,040,000,000 ounces of demand. And you have the 2021 demand right next to it, this is the projected demand for 2021 taken from metal focus data from the Silver Institute. And you can see the total demand is at 1,138,000,000 ounces, an increase of 9% in 2021 versus 2012. And what's curious to note is that the largest increase is in the industrial demand of silver, which is increasing 24%. And in things like photography, which have declined by 45%, you're going to see longer term a leveling off of this decrease in demand. And with respect to investment, which has actually decreased in demand from 2012 to 2021, the implications of the new Basel III regulations, which I mentioned earlier, will in fact and are expected to cause an increase in demand for silver for investment purposes, as the banks will have to hold more to cover paper silver that they're selling to investors. So, what will this do to demand in 2022? So, using that data, it is projected that by the end of 2022, industrial demand of silver will increase by another 15% versus 2021, all the way up to 721 million ounces of silver. And investment silver demand should increase by 24%, all the way up to 313 million ounces. Now, looking 5 years out, this in fact is going to continue. You see that versus 2021, the 2026 demand is going to increase for industrial use of silver by 44%, while demand in the other areas, like photography, jewelry, and silverware, flattens out a bit. You will see continued increases in demand for investment, again driven by the Basel III regulations. So the increased demand on silver from where I'm sitting and based on the calculations that I've done will give us the following prices. You can see the spot price today, $25.22. The price of silver by the end of 2022, which is projected to be at $32.48 per ounce, and by the end of 2026 at $47.02 per ounce. Now, that's just in today's terms, meaning the impact that increased demand will have on the price if there was absolutely no inflation. Now, if you saw my video on inflation, let's bring up the graphic, you'll know that the supply of money is increasing at an almost parabolic rate. From $1.1 trillion back in 2000, let's call it, all the way up to $19.2 trillion today. And this is increasing more and more as time goes on. I really urge you to go and watch that video on inflation. And according to my inflation calculations, what you can buy with $1 today, you will need $1.30 to buy in 2026. So let's take a look at what the price of silver will be in reality when we adjust these numbers that I showed you earlier to inflation. And here they are. So the spot price today is $25.22. And what I said earlier is that I expect, based on the increased demand in silver, the price to go up to $32.48 by the end of next year. However, if we adjust for inflation, that price should end up in nominal terms to actually be $34.49, which is an increase of 37% versus the spot price today. And if we fast forward to 2026, we see an actual inflation-adjusted price of $61.13, which is a 142% increase versus the price today. I'm sure many of you will be disappointed that I didn't say silver will be worth $100 an ounce, and some of you might even think that I'm overshooting here big time on the price of silver. But after painstaking analysis of silver's supply and demand, inflation rates, and historic behavior of silver to recognize trends and correlations, I can look at you all today and say, I stand by these numbers and I will invest based on those numbers. So, just to give you a quick summary, I believe the real spot price of silver today should be $29.86. I also believe that bullion coins like silver eagles are currently commanding an unreasonable price above spot due to supply constraints of coins, not in the supply of actual silver. It's the coins that are not being minted as quickly due to the C-19 virus that's going around and issues with the production of coins, and that's why they're commanding today a higher premium versus bars. And that is why I will be focusing most of my purchases moving forward on larger weight bars until the supply issue on bullion coins is solved. I also shared with you some models on the projected increase in demand of silver moving forward, and according to those models, we will likely have a tougher supply issue on silver over the next 5 years, which will undoubtedly carry the price higher. And just as a final reminder, these are my price predictions on where silver is going over the next 5 years because of increased demand and due to Basel III regulations, which will force banks to back up more of the paper silver they sell with actual physical silver, thus ending many years of possible price manipulation, which the banks deny. So if the banks are watching out there, don't sue me, please. If you liked this video, please drop me a like. This was a huge project for me, so if you could show some love, I would really appreciate it. Also, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos if you're new to the channel. It all helps me keep me here doing what it is I'm doing. And if you're interested in learning more about investing in silver, I have linked up a guy called Florida Stacker in the description, along with all of my other links to help you navigate and verify my work. Check him out though, he does really great videos to guide new buyers in the world of silver. And with that, I wish you all success, I wish you happiness, I wish you health, and I really do hope to see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.